This is the Whispercast.
Hello, Soy. It's Trek again.
Yeah, it is. The podcast is called Soy Trek. My name is Comrade Britt. I'm joined by a special guest today. Their name is Spenser. I haven't drank water in the last 42 years, and I'm not planning on starting now.
Drinking water is gay.
Drinking water is so gay.
'Cause that makes you make jizz, and jizz is gay.
Yeah, 'cause jizz makes you want to eat it, and eating your own jizz is gay.
It's so gay.
God, I hate making jizz. I'm just a jizz factory, and I just gotta eat all my jizz, 'cause if you don't, it goes to waste. And you can't have that.
Can't let it go to waste.
You can't let it go to waste. Body's a factory. Gotta eat what you produce.
That's why I don't drink water.
That's why I have my jizz. This Jizzcast. I'm Jism Joe. This is Sperm Steve over here. Welcome, Sperm Steve.
I'm Jizzy Jeff.
DJ
Jizzy Jeff.
Jizzy. I like that. Getting jizzy with it. Na 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 na. Podcast is called Soy Trek. I'm Comrade Britt, joined by a special guest, Spenser. Welcome, Spenser.
Thanks. I'm Chief Engineer Spenser.
Hell yeah. Yeah, because you'd be chiefing on that dro.
Yeah.
I
chief on that dro, dude.
Hell yeah.
If you know one thing about me, you'd be like, that guy, he chiefs on that dro.
You do be chiefing on that dro. You Kansas City chiefing on that dro for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather be Kansas chiefing on that dro than Redskins on that dro.
Ooh, yeah. You don't wrap it up with Redskins, baby. We're gonna start a condom company.
Olive Garden Unlimited Redskins.
We're going to start a condom company that's all red condoms and call it Redskins Condoms. That's going to go over real well.
That wouldn't last, man.
Yeah. I wouldn't last wearing one of them either. No, I'd be like, whoa, I got a red penis, I'm going to blow.
My red rocket fantasy.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to have a dog penis.
It's all right. I'm a red rocket fantasy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Dad company. Dad company, indeed. Yeah.
I love how their big hit is Bad Company by Bad Company.
On the album Bad
Company. It's so
good. That rocks. I mean, that's great.
Yeah. By the way, we got a Patreon, patreon.com/dumbidiotbs. You should go there and jerk your bloat off and stuff. Spenser, do you have anything to plug? I haven't asked you.
No.
No. You put me. make memes, put up memes, do meme stuff.
I
New
do
Metal
a lot
Cult.
of posting on the internet.
Yeah.
It's mostly in the stories these days. I don't even really
Posting
care about
and
the grid.
roasting, you know.
I post to the stories. I add commentary to things. I talk about things I'm interested in and share funny jokes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. So, who cares?
Right.
We're all out here on this toilet Earth, and we're just, gooning with our boys.
Yeah. Do you think any celebrities have like fake sperm?
Like how they have like fake dicks for like,
sure,
movies
and
stuff?
and fake sperm too. But fake sperm is more what I'm wondering.
Like, for what purpose is this?
I'm just asking if you think any of them have fake sperm.
I'm sure there are quite a few people that have fake sperm for various purposes.
Oh yeah.
There's that lube that you can get that's like sperm like. You know what I'm talking about? They have the fake sperm lube. It goes into the dildos that like shoot the sperm lube into you.
Sure. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
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 That's a thing.
That is a thing. That just made me realize that I got some lube the other day, but I think I might have thrown it away.
Oh.
Yeah,
How'd you do that?
I don't know. I think I brought it in a bag, and I don't remember where I put it. I don't know.
It's probably like in the cabinet, and you're gonna like
it's probably it's probably in my asshole.
In the kitchen.
Yeah, it's probably just in my ass, and I just forgot about it.
You're like, oh yeah, there
I'm
it
gonna
is.
go search it. I'm gonna take a big old poop, and it's gonna plop right out.
You know what I just realized?
No.
Those dildos that like shoot the cum lube into you, like you could presumably fill those things up with like not cum lube.
Oh,
like
100%.
you can fill it up with like all sorts of stuff.
No,
like
people
pudding,
fill them up with all types of stuff. Yeah.
And,
Right. Cake batter.
Yeah. Tapioca.
The vomit.
Ooh.
No. Spit.
Yeah, it would take a lot of spit, though.
Yeah, I know.
You have to collect it for a while.
I know. I've got a whole collection. Mason jars full.
You could fill it with piss. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Piss in a pussy.
Yeah.
I've never pissed inside anyone's like holes besides their mouth.
Yeah, same.
I know that's like a thing some people are into.
It is. People be
pissed in their holes.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Anyway, we're here to talk about...
Oh, wait, hold on a second.
What?
No, not yet. I have one more thing to say about piss. So, I posted a meme about the band NoFX on Instagram recently, and someone responded, and they were like, "I almost drank Fat Mike's piss one time." And I was like, oh. And apparently, like, they knew somebody who knew him or whatever, and, like, he, like, had, like, some piss, like, collected somewhere.
As you do.
And this person, like, picked it up and, like, went to drink it and was like, oh, no, that's piss. Don't drink it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to share that. We've all been there.
We all it happens.
Fat Mike's piss.
Yeah, it's if you're in the punk scene long enough, eventually you're either going to be in an orgy with Fat Mike or you're going to drink his piss, or if you're lucky, both.
Yeah.
Only the chosen few.
Yeah. Exactly.
By the way, we're here to review an episode of The Big Bang Theory today.
We are.
The Big Bang Theory, Season 9, Episode 7, The Spock Resonance.
We should have watched Season 9, Episode 11.
I will never forget that episode. So, 9.7, The Spock Resonance, was released on November 5th, 2015. What were you doing around then?
November 5th, 2015.
Uh-huh.
Again, suffering and being miserable, but I was like living in my car by that point, so I was probably cold outside, sleeping in my car.
Yeah, I was still living in Capitol Hill at this point. Definitely doing a bunch of fucking, a bunch of sucking, a bunch of short haul trucking.
Yeah, as you do.
Yeah, this was definitely like the beginning of my slut era. Really, I think.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
2015. Good year. Good vintage.
Bad year for me, but it led to better years. So, can't knock it too much.
Yeah. You can't far knock it, though.
No.
So this episode was directed by none other than Nikki Laurie, the daughter of Chuck Lorre, the series creator.
Okay.
So,
how old do you think Nikki Laurie is?
I don't know. Probably like around my age, I think.
You think?
I assume so.
All right.
So the story is by Chuck Lorre, Jim Reynolds, and Tara Hernandez. The teleplay is by Stephen Malaro, Steve Holland, and Jeremy Howe. So once again, lots of hands on the script already.
Oh yeah,
yep.
That's not even to mention the writers' room.
Nope.
A lot of input for something that isn't very funny.
So we open on Raj with Penny and Leonard in the living room. They talk about popularity, and Raj remembers being popular with his servants in his youth.
He had servants, that's the joke.
Yeah, he wishes he knew their names. Funny.
Yeah, that's the joke.
Yeah. Sheldon comes in and says he got an email from Will Wheaton about Adam Nimoy's film For the Love of Spock, which was actually made. Will wants to interview Sheldon as a fan. He asks Penny for some advice, and she advises against taking your shirt off just because the director says so, implying that she's been topless in a film before.
We gotta find that footage.
Yeah, we do. To find the
for
Penny
gooners
tape.
Everywhere.
Hell yeah!
We gotta find it. Track it down.
For my Big Bang gooners out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bazinga gooners.
Yeah.
Rise up.
Bazingooners.
Bazingooners rise up. But Sheldon assures Penny that all nudity in the Spock documentary will be tasteful. 1 minute, 10 seconds opening credits. Very short.
Very short. Shortest of the three.
Shortest. Yeah, like my penis. Bernadette. After the credits, Bernadette. I told you, Spenser.
Like my penis.
That's why you have that Red Rocket fantasy. That's why you
it's all right. It's my Red Rocket fantasy. So Bernadette comes in and asks Howard if he has a minute, but he's playing video games.
Okay. Pause. Time out. This is the worst playing a video game acting I've ever seen in my life. Maybe not the worst, but it's up there. It's very, very bad. So he's holding the controller incorrectly. He's holding an Xbox One controller.
Yeah, he has it in his asshole.
Yeah, it should have been in his asshole, but instead he's holding it with his hands,
right.
Which, that's not a pro gamer move, okay? Let me just tell you.
Or a prolapsed gamer move either.
A prolapsed gamer has ruined their root chakra, which we don't
state
want
gamer.
Yeah. Prolapsed gamer has ruined their Groot chakra, actually.
I am Groot chakra.
No, it's like he's holding it like incorrectly, and his thumbs are not on the sticks or the D-pad or the buttons exactly. They're just like in the middle of the controller, and he's not hitting the buttons.
It's because
correctly.
He was actually masturbating before she walked in the room, and he just threw the controller on his lap real quick. Yeah.
In the words of MGMT,
I'm fighting Visigoths, like the first thing you can think of, because he was jerking off to some like goth girl porn.
Yeah.
He's like, Visigoths, goonin.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, in the porn, she's like, oh, try not to come to this. And he's like, I'll battle you and try not to come with my penis.
Yeah. Edging is the enemy.
Yeah.
So he be going in, but Bernadette wants to talk about redecorating their house. She wants it to feel like her house, too. He's a little resistant to this because a lot of trauma he hasn't gotten over. Later,
a note, in the first episode, Howard's mom is very much alive, and in this episode, Howard's mom is dead.
Yeah.
So we missed a lot of
We assumed that Sheldon
there.
fucked her to death with his with his Thor hammer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
with his mighty penis. Mm-hmm. He just dicked her down right to the grave. He dicked her 6 feet under, baby.
Mm-hmm.
We'd love to see it.
Yeah, he's got like a one ring cock ring.
Yeah.
That's got to be a thing, right?
Sure.
Like a Lord of the Rings one ring
cock
ring.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. For sure.
You know what would be a better cock ring, though? And I've thought about this a lot. I think that there's a market for this. And I don't have the wherewithal to make and manufacture this product, but I'm willing to put it out there in the world so that someone makes it. And that is a sonic ring, cock ring. Like, there's so many fucking perverts, some freaks, sonic freaks that would buy that shit.
Yeah.
You know that's true.
Yeah.
There's a market there.
And, and it'd give them an excuse because after they bust after like 2 minutes, they're like, I gotta go fast.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you gotta go fast.
You gotta go fast.
You gotta. Yeah. Don't eat those chili dogs before the fucking, though. Wait till after.
Well, I mean, unless you're chili dogging, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean.
No.
If you know what I mean.
Do I need to look up the Urban Dictionary for chili dogging?
No, you don't. It's good. We know.
Okay. Yeah, you do that on your own time.
Yeah,
anyone
please
who's listening.
Don't do that. We just lost all of our listeners.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So later, Sheldon is calling Amy and leaving a message, who I guess he's no longer seeing. And he wonders if she might like to watch him be interviewed for the documentary. He calls it a Spockumentary, which is just such an obvious joke.
It's so obvious.
Leonard says he was the one who thought of Spockumentary. Then Will Wheaton and Adam Nimoy show up, and Will introduces them. Sheldon remarks on how he's meeting someone who started in his hero's scrotum.
I liked that line.
That was all right.
Actually.
No, it was fine.
That's a weird thing to say to somebody.
Yeah.
I would like to say that to like the offspring of someone.
Dexter Holland from The Offspring.
Here we go. Noodles, actually.
Noodles, yeah.
Noodles, tell me about your balls.
And Dexter begot Noodles.
Oh, have I told you? We haven't talked about this. Okay, so the band Sum 41 released a new single recently, and they put out a music video for it. In the music video is none other than Noodles from The Offspring.
Cool.
Who plays the pilot of a plane, and in the beginning of the music video, he goes over the intercom and says, this is your Captain Noodles speaking. That's it. That's the whole story.
Pretty cool. Anyway, back to Noodles talk. We're talking nudes, noodles, and noodles. So I had some ramen the other day that would have blown your dick out of your asshole.
I made some ramen from scratch literally 2 days ago that would also do the same thing.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
I bought the fancy noodles from the Asian market that are like the authentic ones.
Okay, so you didn't do it from scratch then.
Well, I did, come on, making noodles is too much work.
Yeah, it is. But, you say you make ramen from scratch. I'm like, you're making the noodles.
Correct,
you definitely got to be making the noodles if you're making them from scratch.
I didn't. I bought fancy pre-made noodles.
Okay.
But they're the high quality, like fresh ones that you get
right, yeah.
at the Asian market.
The ones you boof with.
Yeah, the ones.
Yeah, the only noodles you can't use like the fucking Barello fucking dry ass pasta to boof with.
No.
You don't get the fucking nutrients and stuff, and it doesn't like hang out like a fucking tail.
Yeah,
like
tails.
It's not like
Sonic.
a ponytail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Miles.
You get two
per
of
hour.
them going in there. Yeah.
Do you think he was wearing a butt plug? Do you think he just had one tail and the other one was a fox butt plug?
Oh, 100%. Well, I mean, he has 4 tails, doesn't he?
Does he have 4 tails? I thought he had 2.
I think so.
I don't know. Don't look it up because you're just gonna get caught on Sonic porn again.
That's true. I mean, every time I look up like weird Sonic porno and weird Sonic fanfic, like it's such a fascinating community to me. There's so much that happens there, and it's such a large community for how like weird it is. It is way bigger than it should be. There's a lot of weirdos out there.
Yeah, but I mean, have you ever seen Sonic's juicy penis? That's my question to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know why it's got a community around it. It's got a community around it because it makes people wet, bet, big Corvette.
Exactly. Nailed it.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
Fucking those 3 things.
Exactly.
So later, Bernadette comes in on Howard, who's making a bologna sandwich like his mom used to make. And by that, I mean he's sticking his dick in the bologna.
As you do.
Because his mom used to stick the bologna in her pussy.
Ugh.
R.I.P. mother.
Don't love it.
It's here we see that the credit to the episode is given to Chuck Lorre's daughter, which is fun. Bernadette poses, they redecorate one room and go from there. He doesn't want to change the kitchen, and so she suggests the bathroom, and he's like, oh, that's the room I have the most memories of my mom attached to, which I have some questions about.
His mom just took fat shits all the time, I guess.
Hell yeah, dude.
Maybe he like walked in on it a lot of times.
Right. She'd be going to the Dairy Queen and getting like 2 flurries and shit, and like coming home and just dropping soft serve. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that's gonna fill him.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. It's gonna fill up a bowl, baby.
Yeah.
Fill up a bowl full of porridge, baby. You know what I'm saying? Oh, mommy, you're making more porridge for me, for mommy's boy. That's what Howard's like.
Yeah, it sounds like something he would say.
Yeah.
He's such a diaper baby for sure. He's so into diaper play, and like he's got his little cuck chair pants and everything. You know, terrible.
He's a diaper Dan. They call him Diaper Dan.
Oh yeah,
Howard.
That's what they call Lieutenant Dan. Actually,
yeah, because he no longer has control of his bowels because he got blown up in Vietnam.
Yeah, yikes.
Yikes, dude.
Yeah.
So they settle on changing the dining room first. So later, Sheldon is being interviewed by Adam Nimoy, and he reveals that his brother held him down and farted on him the first time he watched Star Trek.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah, he reveals a history of light trauma from his older brother, and Penny feels bad for him.
Wait, hold on. What did he call it? His
getting farted on? He called it pure ecstasy. He said the most fulfilling sexual experience of my entire life.
You're right. No, he called it like
his brother, the cuisine from his brother's rear side or something like that.
Rectum or something.
Rectal cuisine or something like that.
It was a really gross line. It was super weird.
Yeah, it was kind of cool though.
Yeah, I guess so. Mm-hmm. Depends on how you look at it, really. I mean, if you're into the brother / fic, you know, like, I guess so. Sounds like some supernatural shit to me.
Like the show?
Yeah, the show, yeah.
We're coming after Supernatural fans, by the way.
What?
We're coming after Supernatural fans, you and me. We're starting a war on them. So anyway,
I'm with it 100%. Yeah, no, let's go.
Yeah.
Like I've seen, okay, rant for a second. I have seen so many motherfuckers in Seattle, Washington with fucking supernatural tattoos. I've literally seen dozens of people, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like, it's crazy. Like, what are you people doing? Find a better show. There's so many better shows.
Mm-hmm.
Supernatural's not good. I've watched 10 seasons of it. It's bad. I can say that 100%. It's bad.
Then why'd you watch 10 seasons of it?
Supernatural. It was on for 15 seasons,
Holy
which is crazy.
Shit, that's insane.
Yeah, dude. It's nuts.
So Sheldon announces he has a signed napkin given to him by Penny that was signed by Leonard Nimoy, and he keeps it in a wall safe. Leonard is surprised to find they have 2 safes and a security camera. Sheldon has seen Leonard and Penny fucking on his security camera.
Yeah, so that is revealed.
Yeah.
And the implications of this are really heavy. Like,
he doesn't give a fuck about consent. He's just gonna fucking record you doing whatever in the privacy of your own home.
Well, he is autistic, you know?
Right.
So that's what autistic people do.
Do they really just break consent like that? I don't think that's an autistic thing. I think that's a fucking fucked up dude thing who wants to
100%. No, it's funny because we were talking about how, you know, the show is inclusive in terms of representation for autistic people. However, we also have a portrayal of an autistic person as a psychopath.
A little psychopathic, yeah.
Yeah.
So, over with Bernadette, she has her dad looking to tear down a wall. Her dad is doing the work for free, and Raj takes Bernadette's side. Back with Sheldon, he's showing them the signed napkin and says it's more full Leonard Nimoy than Adam Nimoy is. He shows Penny what else is in his lockbox, including a passport, his Will Wheaton action figure, and a will signed over to Will Wheaton, which Will Wheaton says he won't want. And also an engagement ring he was going to give his girlfriend Amy, who he's broken up with. He says it got stolen from his grandmother one time, which perpetuated a Native American genocide, and calls it a happy ending.
This is actually true. It's exactly how it plays out in the episode too.
Yeah, I was like, what the
It's
fuck?
quite distressing.
Yeah. So
it's like kind of played as a joke, but like kind of not. It's really strange.
It really is. It's a weird fucking line that I wish they didn't put in there.
Yeah. It's really something. I love implying that, my family
perpetuated a Native American genocide for a wedding ring.
Correct.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's cool as fuck, dude. Like, we love having that sort of thing in our past and being proud of it.
White people. So it turns out Amy never knew about the ring, and Sheldon deflects angrily. He tries the Spockumentary joke, but it doesn't land, and it doesn't bring things back on track. Later, Sheldon is being interviewed by Adam Nimoy, and he talks about how he changed WWJD, what would Jesus do, to WWSD, which he says stands for what would Spock do, but I think it should stand for we want to suck dick.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, exactly.
Hell yeah. He talks about putting his Pop-Tarts in his floor safe, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
I put my Pop-Tarts in the floor safe, too, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Take them in.
You got a floor safe, too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
You know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
So, Sheldon recounts another bullying incident where he tried a Vulcan nerve pinch, which got his collarbone broken. He says he spent a lifetime mastering rising above emotion.
And mastering baiting.
Yes, that as well.
Yeah.
Penny laughs, and Sheldon is offended at this. Penny points out Spock was still half human, and Sheldon starts to have a breakdown about Amy. He storms off and slams the door. Will Wheaton says the documentary is gonna be awesome. Very funny.
It's so epic.
So epic.
Will Wheaton's here. It's epic. It's so epic bacon.
Dude, then a fucking narwhal came from in the window and was like, bacon's epic. And
I gotta say that this episode is the most, like, bacon is epic of all of the ones that we've watched so far.
I think it's the inclusion of Will Wheaton.
Yeah, it's definitely the Will Wheaton aspect of it. Though I will say this, one thing I did notice about this episode as well is that the writing tended to favor Sheldon more than any other character by a wide margin. Like, he had way more lines than most of the characters.
Yeah, and I think that's how it went, like, with this season. He was kind of the Urkel of the show, where, like, it started kind of centering around other characters, but he became a fan favorite, so they just started centering everything around him.
I would believe that based on this episode, and looking at the earlier episodes, it definitely, especially the first episode that we watched from season 2, it definitely felt like way more of like, this is an ensemble and they're all kind of like getting equal share, but this one was like mostly Sheldon, and then a very pitiful B plot, which we're barely talking about because it's so nothing.
Yeah, so let's go back to that B-plot. So underneath his house, Howard is crawling with Bernadette's dad. They have a talk about them trying to get pregnant, and Howard says he really wants kids, which contradicts what Bernadette told her dad. And truly, Bernadette doesn't want to have kids, so Bernadette can hear them through the floor and stomps on it to interrupt the conversation.
Which covers them in dust that they don't clean off.
Correct. Yeah, but they were, they ended up having a little romp around there and having some sex underneath the house, and so they want to stay dirty just to, cover it up.
To remember it.
To remember it by,
Yeah.
I'm never going to wash that shirt.
Yeah.
Never going to wash that shirt, Mr. Bernadette's dad. I love you so much. Kiss me, old man. I want to feel that mustache on my upper lip. Slowly moving down to my loins. Yeah, let me feel that, old man. Let me feel your old age and wisdom flow into me.
So
you know what's one thing that's funny to me about gay sex?
there's a lot of funny things about gay sex we go for.
It's just like, this is one that's funny to me. And let me be clear. I'm not anti-gay sex by any stretch of the imagination.
Gay sex rocks.
I'm just saying there is something funny about cum on a mustache. That's funny. That's objectively
or like
funny.
getting cum in your beard is funny too. Like cum in facial hair is like inherently a funny thing. Yeah. Which is why it's like a lot less funny to come on a woman's face.
Oh, yeah, less funny for sure. Unless they have a lot of makeup on, because then you know it's going to be like a huge pain to get off.
Yeah, or unless they have like an eye patch on or something.
Eye patch. Like, the eye patch is funny.
I'm going to soak the patch.
I would just be like, oh, yar. It's all over that.
Ye matey. Yar she blows.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I say normally when I come. Like, that's just regular.
The white whale.
You ready to see the white whale, lassie?
Yeah.
Let me take you down to Davy Jones' locker.
Yeah.
That's what I call my butthole. Davy Jones' locker.
Hey,
put your tongue on Davy Jones' locker. You move it around a little. Oh, yeah, just like that on Davy Jones' locker. So, later, Penny is talking to Leonard about Sheldon. And Amy and Sheldon... to Sheldon about Amy, and Sheldon comes out. He makes a Vulcan quote, and Leonard recognizes it. Sheldon is resolute in proposing to Amy. Back with Bernadette, she reveals to her dad that she told her dad a lie in that Howard didn't want kids, because Howard does want kids, and she didn't want to disappoint her dad. She excoriates her dad for not being very present when she was younger. Yes.
Second time you've used the word excoriate.
I love the word. I write it a lot.
Just saying.
Yeah, it's a good word.
It's a good word.
Yeah, and it's true. It's what she does.
I'm paying attention. I want you to know.
Thank you.
Second time.
Sex excoriates.
Oh, yeah. That's later.
That is. So, Raj tells Bernadette that Howard is both like her father and like the child she doesn't want to have. Interesting, Raj. Why are you here? Howard admits he doesn't help out a lot, but it would be different if they had a kid because his dad left. Okay, great reason.
Yeah, really good, solid reason.
I have a deadbeat dad, so I'm not going to be one. Okay, sure.
Obviously.
Yeah, that's how it works. So Bernadette...
Yeah, like what...
Yeah.
Like it's opposite, you know? It's like if you have a deadbeat dad, you can't be one.
Right.
And then if you're not a deadbeat dad, your kid has to be a deadbeat dad.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right?
so it works.
Yeah. Well, I love how that works. It's math. It's math, baby. Simple math.
Dad math right there.
Dad math. Get with dad math! So Bernadette says she'll think about it. He proposes that he fuck her pussy right as her dad walks in and her dad leaves.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't say it quite that. He's like, hey, how about I fuck you in the pussy with my penis? And her dad walks in and is like, nope. Not about that talk.
Watch.
Yep.
Yeah. The penis that I just sucked got cum in my mustache?
That's my penis! So, as Sheldon makes his way to Amy's place, he sees that she's ending a date with another man, played by none other than Stephen Merchant.
Is that really Stephen Merchant?
That's really Stephen Merchant.
I didn't even notice him.
Yep, he's on the show for a bit after that. And Sheldon walks away defeated because Stephen Merchant is tall and has a long penis.
Extremely tall, and I bet that he does have a long penis.
Spaghetti-ass penis. Weird British spaghetti, baby.
Spaghetti-ass penis.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So later, Sheldon is watching Star Trek, TOS, the episode where No Man Has Gone Before, which is the second pilot that they made. And he's yelling about it and about not being able to control his emotions like Spock. Leonard says now instead of lionizing fictional characters, he can focus on the people in his life, which is actually an interesting message to end on that I don't hate. The end.
Yeah.
That's the end.
That's the end
of everything. Or is it? After the credits, we get one more thing here. So at the end of each episode, they like put a letter up that says Chuck Lorre Productions number and then something. This one's Chuck Lorre Productions number 507. Here we go.
Here we go.
I grew up devouring science fiction books. I was like a little Pac-Man, gobbling up everything I could get my hands on. Short stories, novels, and of course comic books. Looking back, I realized that sci-fi and, to some degree, fantasy novels were my first attempt at escaping reality. Later attempts would prove to be a bit more problematic. Regardless, I now see that immersing myself in this kind of literature informs my current view of the world. The path of history is, for me, forever seen through the eyes and imagination of Arthur C. Clarke, Isaac Asimov, Heinlein, Bradbury, Zelensky, Herbert, Niven, K. Dick, H.G. Wells, Huxley, and many, many more.
Ayn Rand.
Which is why I consider all efforts to control human behavior through force is ultimately doomed to fail. Sure, they might work for a while. That's where the cool story is. The resistance and overcoming of authoritarian rule. But at the end of the day, the macro sci-fi view is always toward greater freedom, regardless of what form it takes. The real evil, the much more insidious method of control, is actually what we do to ourselves. The abuse of drugs and alcohol, plus relentless consumerism and overexposure to mind-numbing entertainment, are the real chains on the human spirit. What the fuck? Of course, this means that I, having produced close to 1,000 half-hours of television, am part of the problem. Sorry. I never meant to be a minor overlord for the terrestrial shadow masters. What do we think about that?
Do you have a take on this? Because I don't.
No, this is like, I mean, so this happened, what, in 2015? So November 5th, 2015. So this is like right after Trump was elected, I think. No, never mind. No, this is a year before. So this is probably in response to Hong Kong then.
Which Hong Kong thing?
Hong Kong, like being under authoritarian rule in 2015, like Hong Kong,
right.
China started placing heavier restrictions on Hong Kong, and yeah, all that.
Forgot about that.
Yep, that was something that happened. So I'm guessing that's probably what it's in a response to. Oh.
Okay.
Yep, good old Chuck Lorre standing up against China.
China.
Yeah, fucking Chuck Lorre versus Xi Jinping.
Chuck Lorre versus Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken.
Oh, that's true.
Right?
But he's in cahoots with the bare naked ladies, though.
I know.
I mean, they're in bed together, probably literally. He's probably had sex with the bare naked ladies.
Yeah.
At least the guy who does the rapping.
Yeah.
The guy who does the rapping probably bottoms pretty hard.
Yeah.
You know,
that tracks.
Yeah, he's he controls from the bottom though. He's definitely very bratty. He's like, chook my Chinese chicken, goddammit.
Yeah.
That's what he calls his penis, is his Chinese chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he Chinese?
No, he's Canadian.
He has a Chinese penis, though?
Yeah, maybe. I don't see why not.
Can I share something completely unrelated?
Why not?
This is what I have to plug. I learned a fact earlier that felt like forbidden knowledge.
Okay, go for it.
Because I was watching the film Con Air from 1997, which is a fine film.
Sure. Great
Love
film.
to see it. The director of that film, Simon West, also directed the Never Gonna Give You Up music video.
Oh, no kidding. It's a good music video.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of interesting. You know, you see those kind of connections.
Yeah. Great making those connections.
It is.
God, what do you think of this episode altogether?
0 bazingas out of 5.
Still no bazingas. We watched over an hour of fucking Big Bazinga Theory and not a single
bazinga.
Not a single bing bong bazinga.
We were trying to
bong.
bazingoon and couldn't do it because there were no bazingas to help us along on our journey.
Yeah.
And I hate to see it.
We got Bazingot.
Okay. Let's pick a favorite from the three. I would say the middle one. That was
my least favorite.
Really? Because like that one, at least they have the costumes. And the costumes are fine. I guess.
I don't know.
This one I think is my least favorite because of Will Wheaton.
I didn't like any of them, and my reasons are varied in many. I just don't really like the show.
Yeah. That's
the humor doesn't
factor.
really land on me.
Just not liking the show.
There's a couple good jokes in maybe each episode, but this shit is definitely not made for me, and that's fine. This is not a show I realize that this is not written for me. It's not marketed towards me, and I have really no business watching it, except that it does pay homage to some things I do like Star Trek, and I'm just here to review that and this show as a whole. And the show as a whole is a butthole, but not cool like a butthole, because buttholes are pretty cool.
Not a cool butthole.
Yeah, it's a bad butthole.
An old. I mean,
old buttholes can be fine. No, don't be ageist here.
No, it's
wrecked, slimy, undue, untimely.
It's like a sack of old onions. Butthole.
Yeah, old pearl onions. Yeah.
Yeah, those onions are just falling out everywhere. You can't keep them in there because
right.
Got all bad.
It's hard to keep moldy onions in an onion sack.
The Big Bang Theory is an undesirable hole. That's what I have to say about it.
Yeah, it's if someone's hey, you want to fuck the extra hole? I'd be yeah, I do. But then I stick my dick in and it just feels like nothing.
Yeah.
I'm I thought I wanted to fuck the extra hole, but I guess not. It's kind of lame.
Yeah, if it's not giving you that feedback,
Right.
You need that feedback.
That feedback loop.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. That shoop-de-doop.
Yeah. I think that here's my grand theory of the Big Bang Theory.
Mm-hmm.
Is not good. It is transitory in nature. It is disposable entertainment that is made for people who don't care about the entertainment they watch.
Yeah, that's
or are in situations where they don't have a choice.
Right. I feel this is one of those shows that people just watch on cable because it's what's on CBS on the night that everyone's watching CBS.
Correct. I actually watched this video. It was a video essay about it was about a lot of stuff. Suffice it to say, they had a quote in there from Martin Scorsese. Mm-hmm. He wrote this big op-ed a few years ago about why he doesn't like Marvel movies, and it's actually a really well-written.
Be cooler op-ed. If it was a post-op-ed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's actually really cool. It's really well written. But one of the things that he says in there is he's people always try to counter this argument with the argument that well, if people didn't want this, why would they go and see these movies and have them make so much money? Mm-hmm. And his response to that is, well, yeah, if you only give people one kind of a thing for a long time, yeah, of course they'll want more of the one thing you give them.
Yeah.
Because that's all you give them.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel this show is the same kind of idea, right? It's successful because it's in a primetime time slot of a major network.
And it is consistent, I'd say.
And consistently, not unwatchable.
Right.
Right? But that's
barely watchable.
Is barely watchable, yeah. It doesn't entirely surprise me that it was successful. It does surprise me how successful it was, but I guess if you have that big of a reach, it's gonna happen.
That big of a reach around, baby.
Oh yeah.
Reach around.
The old Thomas Riker, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I do know
exactly
what you mean. Keep talking. I'm almost finished.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah. Well, you got anything more to say on this bad boy?
No.
Don't
watch it. Or do watch it. I don't care. Do what makes you happy.
Yeah, do whatever you want. If you like this show, fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah.
I don't care if you like the show. That's fine.
Not me either. Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I like that other people don't like. That's totally cool.
Same.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
And that's one of my favorite parts about getting older, to be serious for a second. Like being able to like observe and consume content and not really like have a take or judgment to people that like it. It's like, yeah, I don't like this, but I also don't, it doesn't occupy enough of my brain that like I would like care.
Right, exactly. Like I find myself as I get older caring less about things, and that means like I don't have so much vitriol or like hatred towards things I used to like hate. Right. I just like don't consume them at all and stay away from like the consumption, because it's easy to stay away from anything.
There's so much content, and
there's so much shit.
And you can abuse algorithms to like only show you the garbage you want to see, and it's like so easy to do that. And you can live in your own little fantasy feedback loop of like just garbage you like. Yeah, and that's what I do. And you know what? It's fine.
It's cool. It's totally cool. You know, it is what it is, baby.
Yeah.
At least you're not watching shit like this.
Nope.
Unless I make you.
Yeah. I'll be back for Young Sheldon whenever you get to that.
You mean Hung Sheldon?
I have William Hung Sheldon.
I have a theme song for it and everything. Where is this here? One sec. I was actually gonna do this for a while, but I kind of
do what?
Hung Sheldon. A fucking here we go. Here's the Hung Sheldon theme song.
Beautiful.
We got real news for you.
Oh shit, I'm still recording. Yeah.
That's great. I mean, Hung Sheldon, you know?
Hung Sheldon.
That'd be a great screen name.
Yeah, it would actually. yeah, you're not wrong. I think it's a good name for a podcast too. Except like the people who would listen.
About what though? Like about gay porn?
About Young Sheldon. Like someone reviewing it like as a joke. No, it's a good idea.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like the mix of like children and sexual imagery. That's strange.
What if it was about Big Bang Theory and it's just like every episode we're talking about how big fucking Jim Parsons' schlong is?
Yeah, he's got a Frankfurter for sure.
Oh yeah. A whole Frankfurter Germany up in there, baby.
Yeah. Totally.
Yep, that's a great place for us to leave it. Thanks for hanging with us, Soyagers, soy boys, girls, and other worldly beings. We will see you on the flippity floppity. Go check out Spenser at New Metal KVLT on the online thing.
Yeah, the interwebs, the series of tubes.
Yeah, go to our Patreon at patreon.com/dumbidiotbs. Jerk off into a public water fountain, but only while no one's around. And don't
don't encourage people to do that. That's so not chill. You know how many homeless people I saw drinking from the water fountain in New York City?
I didn't write this list. I paid for someone on Fiverr to write my closing thing, and that was on there. So I don't know, man. I'm just gonna say, maybe you should jerk off in a public fountain while no one's around. Maybe you should.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't.
Who knows? We'll never know. Science will never know.
No.
Thanks for hanging with us, everybody. Hang dong and shocker. Stupid toilet.
skibbity toilet, 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 skibbity